Let's change the world, 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 let's change the world. Let's just unite, let's stop the rapes and stop the fights and stop the murders in the world. Let's change the world, 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 let's change the world. Let's just unite, let's stop the rapes and stop the fights and stop the murders in the world. We gotta change the world. Some don't know the effects they have on others when everything that we do affects our younger brothers and sisters. To me it seems that the facts have missed us. Who will be there to reach down to hug and kiss us? Frankly, the courage they down with any to be discussed. Self-respect is a must. We need to tone down the lust. Avoid the fact that it provides a pleasant rush. But who in this world can you trust? The answer to that is yourself. Don't take what that man says off the bat. Pick that book up off the shelf. That don't mean not to trust. That means to take what he said, think about it, and then come back and discuss. Let's change the world, 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 let's change the world. Let's just unite, let's stop the rapes and stop the fights and stop the murders in the world. Let's change the world, 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 let's change the world. Let's just unite, let's stop the rapes and stop the fights and stop the murders in the world. We gotta change the world. Change up the world for the boys and the girls, because if we don't change it up, we're gonna make it in this world.
We need to focus on the present and think less about the past. Cause if we keep it up like this,
then that's gonna be a
fucking man, you gotta know this where you're coming from to get where you're going. So get on your search for knowledge,
cause there's power in knowing. Need to pick up rule books and read them cover to cover. And after you get the information, pass it to your brother. Spread it to the whole world. If you know it ain't fake, you'll be surprised the difference in this world that one make a make. It's good and bad in everybody, but you gotta bounce it out. And if we all found that would change the world, no doubt.
What's good, y'all?
Let's change the world, let's change the world, let's change the world.
Hope everybody's doing good out there, man.
Let's change the world. Let's just unite, let's stop the rapes and stop the fights and stop the murders in the world. Let's change the world, 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 let's change the world. Let's just unite, let's stop the rapes and stop the fights and stop the murders in the world. We gotta change the world.
Oh yeah, let's go, man. Should be coming Big Betty, man. Let's go, man. I hope everybody's doing all right. I hadn't been live for a couple of days. I was just been busy and trying to take some time, spend some more family time, and I don't know, just taking time off the internet, man. But I wanted to say thank you to everybody who's been rocking with me. I want to say thank you to everybody who's been supporting me. Thank you to all y'all, man. Y'all mean everything, man. Y'all mean a lot, because sometimes in this world, when you're fighting a good fight, you don't get a lot of support. Sometimes in this world, when you're fighting the real struggle, the real battle, the real fight, the fight for good, you don't get no support. You don't get no love. You don't get no pats on the back. You don't get none of that for doing the work that I do. You know, actually for doing the work that I do, the righteous work, the decent work, sometimes you get a knife in the back. You know, sometimes you get you get sabotaged, you know, because a lot of times when you're telling the truth, thank you so much for the donation, man, for real. Thank you so much. A lot of times when you're telling the truth, thank you, SS. I appreciate you, sweetheart. For real, I definitely appreciate you. A lot of times when you're telling the truth, it will call out somebody else's flaws. So a lot of times when you're calling out somebody else's flaws or calling out a flaw, somebody could take offense to what you're saying. So it's not easy doing what I do. And I don't never go on here with the intention to piss nobody off or say nothing negative or just say something groundbreaking. And I don't do that. I'm trying my best to say and speak on things that are best for us and could help us as a people, man, because we really need help. Um, and as far as today goes, I'm talking about distractions because with everything that we got going on, we got war brewing, we got a lot of things happening. And with all these distractions going on, I mean, with all these things that are brewing up and real could potentially like affect us, we're sitting around and being bombarded with distractions, man. I want y'all to pay attention to something. Every single time something serious is going on in our world, in America and the world in general, every single time they pull out the chaos agents, they pull out the distractions, and they pull out the distractors. Every single time it gets very serious, who's the number one artist who says some dumb shit to get somebody's attention? Kanye West, right? We all know Kanye West used to be a billionaire, or he's a very high paid entertainer. We all know that. Who much is given, much is required. To whom much is given, much is required. This fucker Kanye has been given the position that he's in. He's been allowed to earn what he's earned. He's been given the position he's in, right? So with him being given that position and him stepping out of his position, we all seen he got spanked last year, and they took what, half his money from him and said he's only worth $300-400 million, which is still a lot of money, right? But to go from a billionaire overnight to a 100 millionaire means that that was not his money, and he was allowed that position. So if he was allowed a position, if he's allowed that position, he's being paid that much, that means he's being paid to do something. Every time you notice, you have to pay attention. Every time that something serious is happening, Kanye West steps out in front of the camera and says something very dumb, very raw, and very raunchy. Sometimes it's very true. Sometimes the shit that he says is very true. It doesn't matter. Let me tell y'all something about a distraction. Distractions come in all shapes and sizes. They come in all forms, right? A distraction can be the truth too. The truth can be used as a distraction. Anything can be used to distract you from what somebody wants you to pay attention to. All right, so when Kanye comes on and says all this dumb shit, well, slavery, slavery was a choice and stuff like that, there's truth to a lot of the things that he says, but when he's saying what he's saying, he's only saying it to distract and create shock value. He's not saying anything to help us as a people, because if he was saying something to help us as a people, he could use some of his power and his position to help us as a people. You get what I'm saying? If Kanye or any one of these if Kanye West or any one of these puppets use their voice or try to really help us, they would sell us some things that we need to know, and they would show us some things that could really help us. But instead, they only come to distract and deter you from getting closer to the truth. See, you might be saying, what are they trying to distract us from, Better? You tripping, bro. You tripping, man. You always saying some dumb shit, thinking this and that. Let me explain something to you. Every time we have a major athlete, entertainer, actor, anything like that, come up in the front of the mainstream and say something raw or raunchy, we also at that very same time have laws being passed. We also at that very same time have policies being pushed. We also at that same time have the government making very drastic changes. So if you spent that time doing something to try to fight those changes, or if you spent that time, what's good, Danny P? Thank you for tuning in. If you spent that time in those drastic times trying to do something to change what was going on, then you can make a difference. We could make a difference. But while they're passing certain laws and doing certain things, we're worried about what Kanye West just said. So what that does is essentially makes it to where it makes it to where we'll get deterred from what's important. All right. So let me show you this distraction real quick. Kanye West must have went on somebody's podcast. His master Lucifer must have told him to get on the stage and say something crazy to shake up the tree. All right, so I'm gonna show y'all what Kanye West said. It's just pointless. It's very pointless, but it's just disrespectful. Very disrespectful.
Your wife, who's one other woman y'all gonna have a threesome?
It's very disrespectful, but y'all listen to this shit.
Who's one other woman y'all gonna have a threesome with? You can pick anyone in the world. There's just one person. I think I know what you're thinking, but I'm not even gonna say no names. I just want to see what you would think. Michelle Obama. Gotta fuck the president's wife.
Real quick, I'm gonna play that one more time because it's not even that serious, but it's very disrespectful, and it's something that's just gonna make the media talk. And right now, you're hearing this first, probably from me. But in a couple of days or by the end of today, this will be all over the media. Everybody will be talking about this. You know, by the end of the day, everybody gonna say Kanye West said he want to have a threesome with Michelle Obama. But I'm telling you right now that this is nothing but a distraction. I'm showing you and telling you that this is nothing but something else for us to talk about to take us off our track. I'm gonna play it one more time, man.
You can pick anyone in the world. There's just one person. I think I know what you're thinking, but I'm not even gonna say no names. I just want to see what you would think. Michelle Obama. Gotta fuck the president's wife.
All right, and like I said, not that serious, but it's very serious because these people know that by these celebrities saying or doing certain things is going to garner attention. They know this. That's why this clip is even on uh media outlets and shit like that, because they know that this is a talking point. They want this to be a talking point. So in essence, I'm actually feeding into the agenda a little bit by talking about it, but at the same time, I'm making aware to y'all that these things like this are being used as distractions to deter us from staying on the right track. And the right track is staying focused, preparing for anything that could go wrong, preparing for things to go right. That is the main should be our um main focal point as a people, trying to make it into the future where they say we won't be in the future. You know, the main thing we should be thinking about is trying to live and make it into the future, y'all. They say we're not going to make it into the future. I was going I just bought Netflix last night, a subscription to Netflix, because I was supposed to take my kids to the movies, but I had a lot of shit to do, store runs and a bunch of shit. So long story short, I just went ahead and got Netflix, right? And so I'm scrolling through Netflix and I'm looking at the movies, and in a lot of the movies, humans are not in them. In those future movies, a lot of those future movies that are created by top elite directors with a bunch of money and a bunch of influence, they don't even see us in their future. They don't even see us humans in the future, man. So the number one thing we need to be focusing on is surviving and making it into the future. And how do we do that, y'all? How do we make it into the future? Number one, love. Because if we keep up this hatred, if we keep up this racism, if we keep up this bigotry, if we keep up this ideology of you're more important than me, I'm more important than you, this dumb shit, nobody's going to make it into the future, because in the end, we're all going to fight to keep our separate ideology groups alive. But in the end, all humans are the same. It's just we all got changed through environmental changes and different land masses, depending on what environment you're living in, depending on who your parents was, depending on what you eat. That's the only difference. So in the end, the whole blueprint, the end all be all is humans are all the same. And they want us to be thinking separate, and they want us to be thinking individualized. They want us to be against each other. So we will fight in the end. And this is why they bringing over this is why they're so desperate. They're bringing in these elite terrorists that hate us from these other countries, because these other countries, the people who hate us, they're righteous and rightfully so to hate us, because the name of our flag and the name of our country has been doing a lot of dirt to a lot of nations for so long. So these people actually have the right to hate us, but they're bringing them in here and allowing them to flood in here just so these people can come against us. See, this is the bigger picture. But see, a lot of us don't see the bigger picture because we're stuck with a distraction. See, last night I got that Netflix subscription and it was hundreds of movies to look at. So I didn't go too deep into searching because I didn't want to just go into a rabbit hole of entertainment. But it took me at least 5 to 10 minutes to find a good movie, not a good movie because there's a lot of movies on there. It took me like 5 to 10 minutes to find a movie. You get what I'm saying? So it's a definite distraction rabbit hole. There's so many distractions that we have in our face that we can't understand that are keeping us from the truth. There's some Look, let me tell you another way to survive and make it into the future. Let me tell you another way to survive and make it into the future. Victoria Kurskov, I love you, man. My apple tree keeps getting blown down, man. Damn. Um, I gotta water the roots. Um, I'm gonna move it downstairs. I'm gonna take it off the porch. This is another way we could survive what we got going on. Create loving, healthy families. We must learn how to get along with man and woman and child. We must learn how to love our women again. Y'all must learn how to love your men, y'all's men again. Women have to learn how to respect and love men again. Men have to learn how to respect and love women again. If we do not learn how to respect and love each other and keep a healthy family, and even I struggle with this a lot of times, if we don't learn how to unify and respect and love our women, we will not have a future on this planet. Just because you can stick your penis inside of a man does not mean that there's a future for you. Because two men do not have a future together. Two men could lay together, two men could play together, but two men cannot stay together. Two women can lay together, two women can play together, but two women cannot stay together, because two negatives makes a double negative. Two positives makes a double positive. It's not, the math don't math. The math ain't mathing. So I'm not against homosexuality, but homosexuality has no future for humanity. Because let me explain something to y'all right now. If you wanted to save humanity, you would pair up with your opposite and you would fucking create a loving family. Look, thank you, God, for taking that, because I was about to go stupid. Uh, if you don't have a loving family and children, you do not exist in the future. If you do not have a woman and have children with this woman, you do not exist into the future. This is what I was about to say. If all the men on the planet were with other men, and all the women on the planet were together in relationships with other women, right? All the men got together and all the women got together and paired up and got into a relationship, right? After that life cycle ended, nobody else would exist. That would be the last life cycle of humanity if that was the case. Are y'all slow or are you slow? If all the men got together on this planet and pair bonded, and all the women got together on this planet and pair bonded, nobody would exist after that batch of humans. Do you not understand that? So there's no future in homosexuality. No future. Only thing you can do is something like steal somebody else's child and assume it as your own. Kidnapping, aka adoption. That is your only option. And that is not continuation of a life cycle. That is the manipulation and the alteration of the child you just kidnapped or adopted. Because what you'll do is manipulate that child's thought process and change that child's future trajectory because of your beliefs and your value system. So you would try to normalize something that's not normal for the child to feel comfortable with your immoralities. Are we fucking cooking or am I fucking cooking? Can you smell what the rock is cooking? Can you smell what I'm cooking? Did some of y'all just waste your whole life? Yes, you did. Were some of y'all tricked into a life that has no future? Yes, you were. Is it your fault? Yes, it is. Is it too late? No, it's not. Is it too late for your soul? You got to consult with God on that one. But is it too late for your future? Might not be. See, y'all have to understand, this is not a joke. This life, this existence that you're living is not a joke. I already know God's within us. God is us. We are God. We are pieces of God's manifestation kept going on this planet. Because God said, let us make man in our image. And what do we look like? Obviously, we look like God. Because God said, let us make man in our image. We are God. We're the children of Anu. We're the children of Anu. Y'all just don't understand or realize. We're the children that they crafted and created and made in the petri dishes and made in the damn in the laboratories. We were crafted in laboratories. And y'all wonder why the doctors can do it now and you think it's so far-fetched. Man, my ancestors made us like this. We're all genetic clones. All of us. But God's so smart. Our creator's so smart. He put a gland, reproductive glands inside of us that make us self-reproduce and self-replicate now. Y'all don't even understand how powerful you are, who you are. You are a God. You are a goddess. You have ovaries which carry the carry the eggs of life that'll harness and hold the seed of life. Man, you have testicles which hold the seeds of life. You have the nation. You have the seed of a nation in you. Your seed can create a nation. I told y'all, one man can line up 50 women and come inside 50 women back to back and make 50 children at once. In one day, a man can make 50 or more children. In one day, you can make a nation. And some bum ass hood niggas do it. They go around and don't pull out. They don't care. And they got 15 kids. You know why? Those are nation builders. Those are nation builders. Those are the Johnsons. Those are the Jeffersons. Those are the Jamesons. Those are the Jacksons. The nation builders. I'm not mad at the bum ass nigga for being a nation builder. God said, be fruitful and multiply. And we shame men for having a bunch of children when y'all can't even care and take care of one. You shame people who have a bunch of beautiful family and beautiful children that they might not be rich, they might not be perfect, but y'all shame people with children. Y'all shame people with children and you can't even take care or have one. What kind of light? What is that? I've seen people say, tell that kid to shut up. I've heard evil adults tell kids, hey, you need to stop that kid from crying. I heard adults get mad when kids cry. You know what those are? Those aren't adults, those are demons. Because if a child's cry don't make you say, oh, baby, it'll be all right, baby. It's going to be all right. That's what I say when I hear a child cry. It don't even have to be my child. It'd be a baby in the grocery store. I'll be like, oh, man, he's probably hungry, man. You know, whoop, whoop. Sometimes I even say that shit to people, to the parent. I'm like, yeah, he's about time to get that baby some milk, some breast. I said that to women just to get their mind on the right track. Yeah, that baby probably needs some breast milk. Knowing good and well she got a fucking bottle for that baby. But I've said shit like that to women just to trigger something in their fucking mind. See, y'all don't understand. This is not a game. This life we're living is not a game. This is a blessing from God. This body is a blessing from Molam and Ra and the children of Anu. And Anu and his people created us to be on this planet and do his will. And most of us been doing it forever. It's just some of us are out of control and out of whack. Let me read this comment. I thought we were going in the way of bringing back family, kids home, having the right to be free, reduced the ones holding us down, get people off the floor again because we deserve better. Exactly. And let me tell y'all something. Big Daddy might not be motherfucking rich, but Big Daddy's living the holiest, decentest life that I fucking can. And I'm providing more freedom to people in the planet than the fucking oppressors ever afforded us. And all this stupid shit, technology shit is stupid. I'm gonna tell y'all something. I still haven't bought. I got everything in the world. I still, for real. Thank you, and Dark and Wander. I appreciate you too. Look, have a good day too. God bless you. Look, I still ain't bought no Xbox and no new systems yet. You know why? You know why? Because this technology that they have out, it don't even serve a purpose. It don't help. If I don't buy nothing, look, I don't buy nothing unless it's gonna make us some money, make me some more money, or make a use for it. You know, Satan is doing a great job in multiplying through Islam. Yeah, Satan is tearing. Let me explain something to you. You said that right. But Satan's not just in Islam, y'all. Satan is fucking Islam up too, though. Satan has fully infiltrated Islam. Those motherfuckers are evil demons. If you could sit there and cut another man's head off, you're a piece of shit. Excuse my language. Any man who could defile another man the way that those people do in the name of God, oh, you are not worshiping God, sir. You're worshiping a demon. And those motherfucking Islams who practice that demonic faith where you will go in there and harm other people, that is not Islam. That is not Islam. That's Jislam. You Jislamic faith practicers, fucking Jislamic faith ass niggas. You are not an Islamic if you go in there and try to harm another innocent person just so you can be awarded some virgins in heaven. You ain't getting no virgin. You're going straight to hell, my nigga. Yeah, Big Daddy, let Big Daddy be the first to tell you, any terrorist, if you're going out to harm anybody in society, you're going to hell, my nigga. Unless you're a government official, then you're going to go to PC, protective custody. Either way, your punk ass is going to suffer. Thank you, Chosen One. Thank you, Quake. These Islamic fucking terrorists that they're letting over here, y'all have no idea. Let me see if I got the footage. They're letting these bastards in. They let them in. They let these bastards in, y'all. I'm talking about in. They walking in. Walking in. I don't see it. I don't got the footage no more. I don't even want it. But long story short, they're walking in by the bundle. They're walking in our borders by the bundle, these Islamic terrorist bastards. And maybe not all of them aren't, but I know a lot of them are because they're all men. Them rat feet men who don't have no cares in the world. They're going to come over here, wrap their face up, and get a rifle and get it popping. And when this shit starts happening, don't be scared. Don't be scared, even if he comes your way. Fight. Just defend yourself. Never be scared of no fucking terrorists or evil. Never be scared of evil. Because evil is scared of God. Let me tell you how evil's scared of God. Anytime one of God's disciples come around and come up and emerge, evil tries to take them out. That's how I know he's scared of you. He's scared of us, the good ones. Evil is scared of God's people. Because if he wasn't, he wouldn't be doing everything he can to pollute you from your infancy on up. He's scared of you. He's scared that you'll reach your fullest potential. The way I'm reaching my potential, you know why? Because I already been not fucking with the devil. I was raised to see him. I was raised to understand him. I was raised to stay away from him. I was raised to see his ways and get the fuck out the way. Because if you play with fire, you will get burned. And ain't nobody stronger than the devil. You think you're stronger than the devil. Yeah, I'm just going to do this shit, this ritual, and did this and that. No, bitch ass nigga, you're done. Yeah, I'm just going to do this deal with this monster thing that keeps talking to me in my head. No, nigga, you're done. All you witchcraft people are done. All you evil spiritual doers are done. Y'all don't realize God doesn't have a place for evil no more. Evil's running hard. So I got to fight hard too. Evil's fighting hard, so I got to fight hard too. Nuck, if you buck, boy, nuck, if you buck. Nuck, if you buck, boy, nuck, if you buck. Nuck, if you buck. Are you scared? If you're scared, what they say, go to church. And you don't want to go there. The devil's waiting for you there too. He's waiting everywhere for you. You got to detest him and defend yourself at all times. Sometimes the battle gets so strong, y'all, for me. Like right now, I'm shaking. I'm shaking right now. I'm shaking. Not out of fear, because it's my inner power is boiling over. My inner spirit is my spirit is on a different vibration. We're paying for everything, Victoria. Thank you for saying that. We're paying for everything. We pay for our demise and we cooperate and we give permission. Y'all see my gray hair? We give permission for our demise. We give permission for our demise. I consent. I consent. I vote for. I vote for. I vote for. So rap. But I ain't worried about all that. I'm not mad at laws and rules. You need them. What I'm talking about though is these distractions, y'all. They're just keeping us from being good people. Because I'm gonna tell you something. They told you being rich is the most important. They told you, they lied to you and told you. See, it's a bunch of money niggas who lie and tell you this and lie and tell you that. But they said a rich man will have an easier time getting into heaven than the eye of a needle, than through the eye of a needle. The rich man will have an easier time, that says he'll have an easier time getting into heaven than through the eye of a needle. AKA, it'll be easier. It'll be easy. He has the chance of getting into heaven just the same as he has the chance to going through the eye of a fucking needle. He ain't fitting and he ain't getting, his rich ass is not getting in there. One of my favorites, Kevin Samuels. One of my favorites, Kevin Samuels. Rich, wonderful, came out of nothing, came from nowhere, even though he was a part of the brotherhood, but he came out of nowhere, came up from nothing. He arose from a rat to he went from roach to coach. I watched the rise of Kevin Samuels. I was looking at him when he was a rat, man, and he was scrawny and sickly after his cancer surgery, and I kind of looked at him like, he looks like a roach, you know. But then I watched him emerge and had got his money up and he got his stature up and he got his status up, and I watched him rise up. I watched him rise up in fame, status, all that, right? And at one point I idolized this man. I said, damn, this man's got his shit together. He's got the game tight. He's got his shit together, right? But it wasn't even like an idol. I respected him. It was past respect. You know, it was past respect what I had for Kevin Samuels. It was one level past respect. So what happened? He got his money. He got his riches. He got all this shit, right? He's clopping around in $700 shoes and shit like a woman. He's damn spraying $800 bottles of cologne on himself, right? He was living a money ideology, money lifestyle. And he started down in not nobody men. He started living into that high value life, right? Money life, right? And that's the term right there. You're right. Look, and he started living a money life and valuing money and money, right? Lost his way and ended up dying. My nigga died, right? And when he died, I watched these ITC videos. It's this ghost. It's this dude I love who talks to dead ghosts and dead celebrities. I actually love his channel. It's wonderful. But he talks to dead ghosts and celebrities, right? So he did a thing on Kevin Samuels. And Kevin Samuels was like, you know, even in his death, he was like, he wants his iPad and this and that. Like he's still attached to the physical world. So what I'm saying is, y'all, riches won't help you in the afterlife. The only thing that will help you in the afterlife is love and light. You have to have a lot of love and a lot of light into for the afterlife. You get what I'm saying? Love and light carry you into the afterlife, not riches and fame. So I've learned from every angle of the game, because in this world, it's just about passing and giving energies and knowledge and getting to the highest heights of yourself, your human self. And then after that, it's about getting somebody else and your children and their children to their highest heights self, and behind leaving something behind for, for your name to be remembered. That's all life is about. If you want your name to be remembered. If you don't want your name to be remembered, you could just live life and enjoy your existence, and then pass on when it's your time to pass, like a bug or a dog or an animal or anything. You get what I'm saying? Let me go. Let me read these comments real quick. SS said, no inner structure, no outer structure. Breaking the home foundation first. Make sure anything standing strong is weak through an inversion of distractions and views in home. Facts. Unit with man and woman and children. That's the facts. That's what they did. It's Willie Lynch. That's why I keep reading y'all that Willie Lynch and shit. Y'all have to pay attention to what I be talking about. I'm not on here just talking. Sorry, everyone, for voting. Now I was wrong. Now I know I was wrong. Hold on. Now I know I was wrong. Please understand, I thought all over the world I could protect you. I wanted everyone in this world to be free when I voted. Yeah, I don't know. But if you have kids and grandchildren, you're a rich man. That's a fact. Let me tell y'all something. That's how you create generational wealth. See, I'll tell you right now how to have generational wealth. And for some people, it's too late because they don't understand what the term generational wealth is. First, you have to make generations, right? Um, First, you have to quick. I'm gonna read that comment in just a second. First, you have to make generations, right? Make children, make the generations. Those are your generations, right? Then after you make your generations, then you make a business. You build a foundation, a financial foundation. You make a business. Then after you make a business, you pass that business down to your generations. And that is generational wealth. That's the only way to attain generational wealth. You have children, aka generations, and then after you have your generations, you create a business and pass the business down to them. That's generational wealth. See, a lot of people don't understand this shit. A lot of people just want to talk and talk and talk and talk, but there's no generational wealth without generations, unless you want to just keep it in your direct blood family line. That could be another form of generational wealth, but then it has to be a family business that's going to sustain and keep the family sustained. So people don't understand the simple things that they got tricked out of in this life. No, a lot of people got tricked. Motherfuckers got one kid and think that's enough. Motherfuckers got no kids and think that's straight. Motherfucker, but guess what? I'm not shaming nobody, right? But all women, right? If you didn't have any kids when you get to a certain age, your ovaries and shit are gonna start crunching up when you're going into your menopause stage, right? And that pain will be way worse if you didn't have kids. So you're making a lot of shit harder on yourself by not living life the way God intended it for us to be lived. So I appreciate everybody for tapping in, tuning in. I just wanted to, as always, pass the best message I could and just stay as clear-minded as I could while I'm, giving the message, because I'm thinking like, damn, bro, a lot of people don't understand what's going on, bro. They don't see every time something major happens, Kanye West comes out. How do y'all not see that? I ain't mad at Donald Trump, man. I ain't mad at nobody. I'm gonna say this: they're all doing the same thing. Don't never let your left hand know what your right hand doing. That's all they're doing. They're just not letting that left hand know what their right hand's doing. The left is, it don't matter which side is which. You got Democrat, Republic, same hands. Same two hands on same body. One over here going womp 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 womp. One over here going womp 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 womp, and womp 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 womp. And then they don't get nothing done. Blame it on the one who came before them, and that's how it works. Simple politics, man. Come on, y'all. Simple politics. Like it's not hard to tell that we're being ran. They're running game on niggas. It's not hard to tell. They're running big game on people, man. But to the youth, man, I wish the youth could watch this, and I'm gonna try and be less vulgar and still cuss and stuff, but it's just talk how it's talk. But to the youth, man, I pray for y'all's future, man, because that's what matters right now. People like me, our age, my age, we're running the world right now. We're in position making this shit happen every day. You go to McDonald's, clock in, you make them burgers flip. You go to the hospital to work, you make that shit work. Everything we're at, every place we're at, we're making society work. So middle-aged people are running society. The children are up next. We have to save the children. We have to save the generations that are coming up next. Because if you ain't paying attention, I am, and I'm seeing a lot of things coming that haven't took effect yet, but they're hinting at it. So I love y'all. Appreciate y'all. She Big Home, Big Ready. Real Talk, Real Shit podcast. Let me read these comments before I go. Quake said, unfortunately, people really don't know what true freedom is. It's not getting whatever you want. Hey, lift it up. I'm about to come get it. Lift it up off them plants. Yeah, I did. I got to move my apple tree. Get it, because it's going to break them plants. I'm about to get it right now. I'm putting it down. Every person loves, hold on, wants to bring contentment. Facts. It is the peace of mind. You got to have peace of mind. Every person loves to sleep. Why? Because God has blessed us to experience thoughtlessness or for a few hours a day, or in a deep sleep, dreamless sleep. You're in complete peace and contentment. I'm gonna say, let me talk on that. Okay, you can't get it. Let me talk on that dream thing real quick. Dreams are not a bad thing. Dreams are necessity. Sleep is necessity. Sleeping is your wireless recharge. See, we're wireless devices. Y'all have to understand this. We're wireless, right? The human body's wireless. There's no cords. There's no cables that come with it. It's a wireless device, right? So with you being a wireless device, you have to charge up. And the only way for you to charge is sleep. Now, when you have that black sleep, I call that standby. That's just when your shit's on standby and you're just charging up. That's what the black sleep is, where you don't have a dream. That's standby mode. When you're on the dock and you just get plugged in, you're charging Wi-Fi. But when you have a dream, that's your mind going into the alternate consciousnesses and the alternate realities and metaverses and different universes. When you dream, because let me explain something to you. I can fly in my dreams. I could go from scene to scene in my dreams. I can spot and just go from scene to scene. If it's a place too intense for me in my dream, I could zap out of there and go to a new place. If it's a place that I like, I can go to sleep, wake up out that dream. If I like it, if I can wake up out, go to sleep and go back right back to the same exact place. I've done that for years. Go back. If I like the dream, I'll go right back to that same spiritual place because those dreams are alternate realities. Those are different realms and alternate realities that you can only achieve in the spiritual form or, the metaphysical form. That's why they call it the metaverse because it's the metaphysical realm. See, these scientists are so smart. They tapped into the metaphysical realm. They typed into the the metaverse. They typed into the metaphysical. That's why it's very important for you to understand what's what and what's going on because the realms we're living in, it's multiple realms going on at the same time. You got the physical, the metaphysical, the spiritual realm. You know what I'm saying? There's multiple realms and existences going on at the same time. So it's very layered and very deep. Very layered and very deep, man. But yeah, this shit is wicked, man. Let me show y'all one more video and then I'm gonna get out of here. I want to show y'all this because I gotta before I go, because this is partly why I did the live. The demon face dude. So remember, y'all, I showed y'all the the video where they was talking about seeing now where my phone at? There's talking about seeing demon faces and stuff like that, right? So damn, I can't even find my phone. That's crazy. I don't know if I got my phone. I did have it. Yes, I did have it. Okay, here it goes. All right, let me show y'all this real quick.
So today I experienced something that I've never experienced in my life before. Freaked me out. Thought I was crazy. Still haven't processed it fully. So, as I do every week, twice a week, I make deliveries to the same guy. I've been doing it for 7 months. And it's the same guy every time I walk in. He's got a big garage with like a couple trucks in it. I walk in, I hand him his parts, we talk for a minute, I walk away. I go on my business. Today, I walked in, and he had his back to me, and he was working on his bench, and he must have heard me coming. I don't know, because I was actually pretty quiet, I thought, but when he turned around, I jumped and kind of grabbed my mouth like that because I didn't know what to think. And he laughed a little bit, and he called me jumpy. And I was like, yeah, no, I'm just not feeling very good. And I handed him his part, and I was like, hey, I got to go. The reason I reacted that way is because when I looked at him, he was different. He didn't look like the same guy I saw every other time. First thing I saw was he had no color in his eyes. They were completely black. Like you couldn't even see reflections. It was just a black mass. And for some reason, his ears were kind of weird, and they had like this little point like that. I don't know what that was. Excuse me. But then I was talking to my friend, and he sent me an article about them saying that a new disorder that's coming out where people are starting to see demon faces in people. And it got me thinking, if they're putting something like that out, could it be a disorder, or is it God is actually letting people see demons and they're just trying to make it look like we're crazy? I still can't process it. I can't. I don't know. And like ever since the eclipse, I find it funny. The clouds look different. for some reason. I don't know what it is yet. I'm gonna figure that one out. But that could be just me being dumb. The other thing I saw, like I have perfect vision, so I don't know what I saw. If anybody else has ever seen this, can you please let me know, because I'm kind of weirded out right now. Anyway, God bless, love you.
Yeah, so people are out here seeing that shit. They're actually seeing people transforming and shit in front of their face, man. I've seen it before plenty of times, and this way before the agenda. I've seen that shit about 15 years ago. I've seen about 2 girls transforming into something else. Different girls, 2 different females. I've seen that shit twice. So, I mean, it's definitely something going on. It's definitely a real deal, something going on, man. Yo, it's your big homie, Big Bad, man. And this is Real Talk, Real Shit podcast. Y'all better wake up and smell the coffee, man. They brewing that shit, boy. Let me get a sip of mine, though. Sip this coffee, man. It's a good espresso. But I appreciate y'all for tapping in, tuning in, man. It's your big homie, man. Love y'all. Let's go.